Today I would like to share with you 3 tips on how to get started. The first tip is to get out of your own way. So I think this really applies to anyone across the board. Usually before we start something, we end up just focusing on every single doubt in our mind, and that inhibits us from really just getting going and putting one foot in front of the other. I know with me personally, when I first decided that I wanted to do a YouTube channel, I wanted it to have a professional look, so not just videos from my iPhone. And at the time, I didn't have someone to record me, and I had this old tripod that I tried to set up, but it didn't have any clips, so I threw that out. And then I set up the camera on the counter in the kitchen, and I thought it was directed at the right spot, and I go sit down and I'm like, okay, testing. Turns out the video was directed entirely at this region of my body. So that was how I started. 2, 3. Fucking grease on my elbow. As you can see, I've progressed a little bit, at least, from, I think that was about 3 or 4 days ago that I had that fail. And so like I said, that's one of my tips to you, is just get out of your own way. Even if you look silly the first few times doing something, don't let that slow you down. And tip number 2 would be just kind of create more of a positive mindset, and don't be so quick to get frustrated when you're going through the learning process. One example for that is my son Evander. When I put him in his car seat, he wants to help Mom by buckling himself in, but sometimes he can't quite get it, so he's like, "Ah!" And I kind of thought about that. I'm like, you know what, we tend to react the same way when we can't do something for the first time, but rather than acting out and screaming, we tend to internalize that a lot. So I think just with anything, the more you do it, the better you're going to become at it. So those first few times of doing it aren't always going to be the best, and it's going to frustrate you, but just keep going and try and keep that positive mindset. And the third step would be I have 2 steps. The third step would be, because I can cut this out. Okay. Step 3 in how to get started is to follow and look towards people who are doing what you want to be doing, and not just people that are doing it on quite a high level, like the experts, but also people that are just a couple steps ahead of you. And I find for me it's my biggest source of inspiration. Thanks for listening, and if you like this, please do share with your friends, subscribe, or just hit the like button. Thank you.